Have you ever noticed how 1 minute can feel like forever when you're waiting, but can pass in an instant when you're deeply focused? That same 60 seconds can actually change the way your mind and body operate. The idea here is simple. When you give even one focused minute to your inner world, you break the autopilot patterns that usually run your day. This small window of time acts like a doorway, allowing you to reset your energy and shift into a new state of being. Think of your thoughts like a stream. Normally, they flow in the same direction, carrying the same worries, the same routines, the same reactions. But when you pause for a single minute with awareness, you place a rock in that stream. The water doesn't flow the same way anymore. Suddenly, you've disrupted the cycle, and that disruption is powerful. Even a short reset tells your brain and body something new is happening. Science shows that our nervous system reacts quickly to focus. In less than a minute, your breath can slow, your heart rate can shift, and your brain waves can begin moving from stress to calm. You don't need hours to experience a change. What matters most is the intensity of your focus and the quality of your attention. In that brief space, your body listens and starts to follow the signal of your mind. So the hidden power of a single minute isn't in the clock itself. It's in what you choose to do with it. When you pause, breathe, and direct your awareness, you send a message to your entire system. You remind yourself that you're not stuck, you're not trapped in old patterns. You are able to change in an instant. That 1 minute becomes a seed. And with practice, those seeds grow into lasting transformation. Many people think meditation has to take 30 minutes, an hour, or even longer. But the truth is, your brain can learn in small bursts, just like your body can benefit from short exercises. Micro-meditation is the practice of giving your mind focused attention for just a minute at a time. This may sound too simple to be effective, but studies on neuroplasticity show that the brain begins to rewire itself with even brief, repeated experiences. Picture this. Every time you close your eyes, breathe deeply, and focus for 60 seconds, you're sending new instructions to your brain. You're teaching it how to relax, how to release stress, and how to pay attention to something new. Over time, those short bursts add up, like drops filling a bucket. Before long, you notice that your reactions change. You're calmer in situations that used to trigger you. You're more present in your daily life. Micro-meditations also fit into busy lives. You can practice them while waiting in line, before a meeting, or even right after waking up. The beauty is that you don't need perfect silence, special music, or a retreat in the mountains. All you need is 1 minute of intention. That small investment delivers big results because the mind responds instantly to focused awareness. So instead of waiting for the right time to meditate, use these 1 minute windows throughout your day. Each time you pause and focus, you are training your brain like a muscle. And just like short daily workouts can reshape your body, these quick bursts of awareness can reshape your mind. Your heart and brain are always in conversation, but most of the time, stress disrupts that connection. When your thoughts race with worry, your heartbeat follows. When your body is tense, your mind reflects that tension. The good news is that harmony can be restored in less than a minute with a simple practice of heart-brain alignment. This practice begins with the breath. Slow, steady breathing calms the nervous system and creates coherence, a smooth, balanced rhythm between your heart and brain. When you close your eyes, place a hand over your heart and breathe deeply for 60 seconds. You're teaching your body to find balance. It doesn't take long. In fact, within half a minute, many people already feel a sense of calm spreading through their chest. The effect is powerful because the heart sends signals to the brain that influence how you think and feel. When the heart is in rhythm, the brain shifts out of stress mode and into a more creative, open state. That's why athletes, musicians, and even business leaders use quick breathing techniques before performing. It brings their whole system into alignment, sharpens focus, and steadies emotions. So if you ever feel overwhelmed, remember this: 1 minute is enough to change your entire state. By aligning your heart and brain, you create a doorway into clarity, calm, and creativity. Over time, this simple practice trains your system to return to balance more easily, making it one of the most powerful tools you can use in daily life. Inside the body are powerful centers of energy. These aren't just mystical ideas. They are points where nerves, hormones, and emotions all connect. When you bring your awareness to one of these centers, even for a short time, you shift how energy flows through your entire system. A single minute of focus can tune your body like a musical instrument, changing your frequency and how you feel. Think about it this way. Each center carries a different vibration. Some hold survival instincts. Others carry creativity, love, or intuition. When you pause and place attention on one of these areas, you're reminding your body to wake up. In that moment, energy that was stuck in stress or routine begins to move. The shift may feel like warmth, tingling, or even a wave of calm spreading through you. Modern research shows that where we place attention is where we direct energy. Focused awareness isn't just mental, it has physical effects. Breathing into the chest, for example, can lower stress hormones. Visualizing light in the head can sharpen clarity and memory. It doesn't require long sessions. Just 60 seconds of focus can send signals that ripple throughout your nervous and hormonal systems. So the next time you feel drained or out of balance, try this. Close your eyes, breathe, and focus on a single energy center for 1 minute. Imagine it glowing, expanding, and coming alive. Notice what changes in your body. With regular practice, these micro sessions can shift your frequency, helping you feel more balanced, more awake, and more in tune with your inner power. Stress is like a loop that runs in the background. A thought triggers an emotion. The emotion triggers a reaction, and the cycle continues. Most people live trapped in this loop without even realizing it. The good news is that it can be interrupted. And it doesn't take hours of meditation. It can be done in a single minute. The key is awareness. When you catch yourself in the middle of stress, pause, take one deep breath, and recognize what's happening. This short pause breaks the automatic loop. In those 60 seconds, your brain is no longer feeding the same chemicals of fear or worry to your body. Instead, it's introducing a new signal: safety, presence, calm. Science shows that the stress response, fast heartbeat, shallow breath, tense muscles, can start to shift quickly when you change your breathing and focus. Within a minute, cortisol levels begin to stabilize and your heart rhythm softens. The body responds quickly when you give it permission to step out of survival mode. That small change can ripple into the rest of your day. So the next time you feel yourself spiraling, remember that you don't need to push the stress away. You just need to interrupt it. 1 minute of conscious breathing, positive focus, or even gratitude can reset the cycle. Do it often enough, and your body learns a new pattern, one where stress no longer controls your life. Life is full of infinite possibilities, but most of the time we're locked into the same old patterns. Our thoughts repeat, our emotions repeat, and our experiences repeat. But there's a way to step into something new, and it can happen in as little as 1 minute. The secret lies in where you place your focus. When you pause and imagine a new outcome, you're tapping into the field of possibility. Science shows that attention changes perception, and perception shapes reality. Even a short burst of visualization can shift how your brain maps the world. If you spend 60 seconds picturing yourself healthy, confident, or successful, your body begins to believe it's possible. This doesn't mean that everything changes instantly outside of you, but inside something powerful begins. Your brain releases different chemicals. Your heart aligns with new emotions. You feel a sense of possibility instead of limitation. That inner shift is what draws you closer to new opportunities in the external world. 1 minute may sound small, but it can be enough to open the door. Think of it as planting a seed. Each time you pause, breathe, and focus on a possibility instead of a limitation, you're strengthening that seed. Over time, the seed grows into a new reality. The first step is simple: give yourself 60 seconds to imagine something greater. One of the greatest lessons about instant change is the balance between intention and surrender. Intention means you know what you want. You set a clear focus, a mental picture, or a desired feeling. Surrender means you release control over how and when it happens. Most people miss this balance. They either push too hard or let go too much. But when you bring both together, even for 1 minute, powerful shifts happen. In that short moment, picture the outcome you want. Maybe it's peace, health, or success. Feel it as if it's already here. That's the intention. Then take a deep breath and let it go. Trust that the universe, life, or the field of energy around you knows how to deliver it in the best way. This act of release opens the door wider than effort alone ever could. Why does this matter? Because stress and overthinking actually block the flow of energy. When you cling to an outcome, your body stays tense and your mind stays limited. But surrender tells your nervous system it's safe to relax. In that relaxed state, your energy expands, your awareness sharpens, and possibilities begin to line up. One focused minute of intention followed by surrender is often more effective than hours of worrying. So if you want to change your life instantly, practice this paradox. Use 1 minute to set a strong intention. Feel it deeply. Then let go, breathe, and trust. Over time, you'll notice synchronicities, opportunities, and insights flowing more naturally into your life. That's the hidden magic of combining clarity with trust. The human body responds to belief in ways that science is still trying to fully understand. The placebo principle shows us that thoughts and expectations can create real changes in the body. When someone believes a pill will heal them, their brain and body often respond as if it really did, even when the pill is empty. This reveals a powerful truth: belief itself is medicine. Now imagine using that same principle in your daily life. Intentionally, for 1 minute, believe completely that your body is healing, your mind is clear, or your life is improving. Even without any external change, your body will begin to shift its chemistry. Hormones balance, brain circuits light up, and immune responses strengthen. This is not imagination, it's the biology of belief. Most people underestimate the speed of this process. They think change takes weeks, months, or years. But your body reacts instantly to new instructions from the mind. 1 minute of focused belief can signal your cells to behave differently. Over time, repeating this practice reinforces the change and makes it more permanent. So instead of waiting for proof, become your own proof. Use the placebo principle to your advantage. Take a minute each day to feel the result you want, as if it's already real. The more you do this, the more your body accepts the message, until belief transforms into reality. Breath is the bridge between the mind and the body. Most of the time, people breathe quickly and shallowly without even noticing. This signals the body to stay in stress mode, but when you slow the breath down and focus on it, everything changes. In just 1 minute, you can reset your entire state of being with conscious breathing. Here's how it works. Close your eyes, inhale slowly through your nose. Hold for a moment, and exhale gently through your mouth. Repeat this for 60 seconds. As you do, your heart rate begins to steady, your muscles relax, and your brain waves shift into calmer rhythms. It's like hitting a reset button on your nervous system. The breath reset works because oxygen fuels every cell in your body. When you breathe deeply, you increase energy flow and clear away the fog of stress. Many people report feeling lighter, more centered, and even more creative after just 1 minute of focused breathing. It's a quick tool you can use anywhere, at home, at work, even in the middle of a stressful moment. The next time you feel anxious or overwhelmed, don't wait for hours of meditation or exercise. Use 1 minute to return to your breath. That short practice reminds your body of its natural balance. Over time, these resets train your system to stay calmer and more resilient, no matter what challenges arise. Change doesn't always require years of effort. Sometimes it begins the moment you step into a new identity, even for a short time. The idea of embodying the future self means living, breathing, and feeling like the version of you that already has what you desire. And the surprising part, you can step into that role in just 1 minute. For 60 seconds, close your eyes and imagine being the person you want to become. If your goal is health, feel the strength in your body right now. If your goal is confidence, hold yourself tall and breathe like someone who already believes. When you act as if it's real, your brain can't tell the difference between imagination and reality. It starts to wire new connections that match the image you hold. This practice works because emotions are stronger than logic. You might know what you want in your mind, but until you feel it in your body, the change doesn't take root. By generating the feelings of your future self, joy, gratitude, power, you're telling your system to shift instantly. It's not about pretending, it's about teaching your body a new way of being. 1 minute a day of this embodiment is enough to start creating change. Over time, those moments add up, and your old habits lose power. Instead of waiting for the future to arrive, you become it now. And the sooner you align with that version of yourself, the sooner life begins to reflect it back to you. There is a special state where mind and body fall into perfect rhythm. It's called coherence. In this state, your heart, breath, and brain work together in harmony. Coherence is often used in group settings to create powerful shifts, but it can also be practiced alone, and it doesn't take long. Even 1 minute of coherence can create measurable change. To enter this state, start with the breath. Inhale slowly, exhale gently, and imagine a feeling of love or gratitude spreading through your chest. Within moments, your heart rhythm begins to smooth out. This signal then travels to your brain, calming mental chatter and opening space for clarity. In this short time, your body enters repair mode, cells start to recover, and stress hormones drop. Research has shown that when people enter coherence together, the effects multiply. But even when practiced individually, the body responds almost immediately. That's why many people feel a rush of warmth, tingling, or deep calm after just 60 seconds of practice. It's the body recognizing harmony and responding to it. So if you ever feel scattered or unwell, try coherence for 1 minute. Focus on love, gratitude, or compassion while breathing deeply. It may seem small, but your body hears the signal instantly, and when practiced regularly, these short moments of coherence add up to lasting balance and health. Most people live as if yesterday is still running today. Thoughts repeat, emotions repeat, and habits follow the same script. This creates a loop that feels unbreakable. But the truth is, you can interrupt this cycle in just 1 minute. The moment you notice the pattern and choose something different, you're already free. The first step is awareness. Catch yourself in the act. Maybe repeating a negative thought or reacting with the same old emotion. Pause right there. Take a deep breath and choose a new response. That short break interrupts the loop. It tells your brain we don't have to follow the old program anymore. When you do this, your body listens. The chemical rush of stress slows down and new neural pathways begin to form. Even 1 minute of interruption makes a difference, because it proves you are not trapped. You are teaching your mind and body to expect something new. Over time, these breaks weaken the old loops until they fade away. So the next time you feel stuck in the same routine, remember you don't need hours of effort to change. You just need one conscious minute. Interrupt the pattern, breathe, and act differently. That small choice is the doorway to freedom. When change happens inside you, the body often gives signals. These signs may be small, but they carry big meaning. A sudden wave of calm, tingling in the skin, tears flowing without reason, or even a deep breath you didn't plan. These are markers that your energy has shifted. They show that your system is moving out of stress and into balance. It's easy to overlook these moments or dismiss them as random. But the truth is, the body speaks first before the mind catches up. When you feel a surge of warmth in your chest or a release in your shoulders, it's evidence that your inner world is responding. In just 1 minute of focus, you can trigger these shifts. Why does this matter? Because your body keeps score of your state of being. Old habits of stress leave their marks in tight muscles, shallow breath, or racing thoughts. When the body starts to release, it proves that the old program is losing control. You are literally changing your chemistry in real time. So instead of waiting for big dramatic results, start paying attention to these subtle signs. Each wave of calm, each deep sigh, each moment of lightness is proof of transformation. These signals are the body's way of saying you're on the right path, keep going. Awareness is powerful, but action turns awareness into transformation. That's why it helps to create a simple ritual, a practice you can follow every time you notice a sign or feel a shift. This ritual doesn't need to be complex. In fact, the simpler it is, the more likely you'll use it. Here's one 3-step method you can try. First, notice the sign. Maybe it's a thought, a number you see, or a sudden calm feeling. Second, pause for 1 minute and breathe deeply. Focus on gratitude and let your body absorb the moment. Third, take one small action that aligns with the change you want. This could be writing down an idea, making a call, or shifting your posture. This ritual turns a random event into a conscious practice. It tells your brain and body that you're not just noticing, you're participating. And the more you repeat it, the stronger the new pattern becomes. Over time, the ritual itself becomes automatic, guiding you toward the future you want. Think of it as training your system to respond to life with awareness instead of reaction. Each time you run through the steps, you're proving to yourself that change isn't something you wait for. It's something you create, 1 minute at a time. Belief is powerful, but blind belief can lead to confusion. That's why it's important to balance openness with healthy skepticism. Skepticism doesn't mean doubt. It means curiosity and testing. It allows you to experience wonder while also checking if the change is real. When you notice a sign or feel a shift, don't just accept it at face value. Test it. Write it down. Track how often it happens, and notice what follows. If a practice makes you feel calmer or brings new opportunities, you'll have evidence. If not, you'll know it was just a passing moment. Either way, you learn. This approach keeps you grounded while staying open to possibility. It prevents disappointment and strengthens trust in your own experiences. Instead of relying only on stories from others, you create your own data, your own proof. That makes the transformation more personal and more believable. So keep your sense of wonder alive, but pair it with curiosity. Ask, what happens if I repeat this for a week? Or how do I feel after 1 minute of this practice? That way, you're not just chasing signs, you're building a real foundation for lasting change. We often believe change has to be long, difficult, or complicated. But the truth is, transformation starts in the present moment, and all it takes is a single minute of focus, intention, or alignment. Whether you choose to breathe deeply, visualize your future, or interrupt a stress cycle, 60 seconds can shift your energy right now. Every practice you've discovered here is simple. None of them require special tools, hours of time, or perfect conditions. What they require is presence, your willingness to pause and direct your awareness. That is the true power of 1 minute. It reminds you that you are in charge of your state, not your past, not your habits, not your stress. If you begin today, even with just one of these practices, you'll notice small but real shifts. A lighter body, a calmer mind, a stronger sense of possibility. Those subtle changes grow, stacking on each other until your life feels different. It all begins with that first intentional minute. So let this message be your reminder. Don't wait for tomorrow. Take 1 minute now. Breathe, focus, and choose the future you want to step into. Because change doesn't happen someday. Change happens the moment you decide. And that moment is always now.